Hey everyone, Lone Wolf Jedi here. I tried making this video earlier today, but I was over there out by the street um, as I was on my way to work with my scooter here, my electric scooter. So, well, I didn't take. I took the way I do is I take my electric scooter to the bus stop, and from there I catch the bus to work, then come home, do the same thing the other way around. Anywho, so I'm gonna give my thoughts on the Luna One special program. Now they're not referring to Nod Krai as 6 point whatever 6.x. I'm guessing they're. My guess is they're saving 6.x for Schneznaya. So, and first of all, Nod Krai looks amazing. They got a new, um, they got a new thing because lately every area has a new thing. Um, I don't remember if there was one for Leeway, but Mondstadt Leeway were around the same time. Inazuma introduced those the um, the Wave Riders. Uh, Sooner introduced that little traversing way that you gotta go from like that, the little light, and you just press the little thing on your phone, or the T button on the computer. It was like, and then Fontaine introduced underwater swimming, and also you can drown. So Natlan introduced phlogiston. Now and uh, Nod Krai is going to introduce. I think it's called Kuvani, where we'll. I really can't describe it, but we'll learn more about it when it comes on September 10th. Uh, the special program had a different format. It started off with a little pre-show with being hosted by the voices for Inefa and Flynn's. Then they turned it over to the devs. The dev gave us a rundown of what's going on, new area, new characters, um, the whole what's the a rough idea of what the story is going to be, which I think is going to be interesting because we're dealing with two harbingers. Apparently we're going to be dealing with Syndrome, which I'm currently doing the last story quest. Currently doing the last story quest from Natlan, the pre Nod Krai interlude quest, the one where we deal with Anefa and the fact that she's got the core of the 11th Sovereign Dragon of Natlan inside of her, or her core is created from the 11th Sovereign Dragon. We also heard. I know for a fact I heard Zendrone. They refer to her as the marionette. I'm like, yeah, that's Zendrone. Then we're also in search of the damselette, Columbina, who apparently is the Moon Maiden. Trying to think. The statues out there, and there's no statues of the Seven in Nod Krai because Nod Krai doesn't have an Archon. But trying to think. Instead, it's a statue of the Moon Goddess, who appears to resemble Columbina. I have my suspicions, but at the same time, yeah. We know that there's various factions there. From what I heard, there's 11. You have the Fatui, the Clickety Clank Crumple Cake um, group, which is basically I know the group. The the light the Light Keepers, the Frost Moon Scions, um, and of course the Knights of Favonius are there because we know that Varka's there. Um, and with Alice being there, she's probably representing the Hexen Circle. So that's 6 right there. I don't know what the other 5 are. um, the banners for Luna 1 will be phase 1 will have Lauma and Nahida, which Lauma will buff Dendro to have lunar bloom. The bloom reaction will buff it to become lunar bloom. So I'm guessing it's good to have Lauma and the person she's running with, Nahida, or some other Dendro character. But for me, it will be Nahida because my Nahida is level 90. She's got 1,000 Floating Dreams, 1,000 EM, and yeah, she's pretty fairly well built. There's going to be a new artifact set, which one will probably be good with. I'm guessing one's gonna probably be good with Llama. The other's probably gonna be good with the other character on phase 2. I'll get to that. There's also gonna be the Sumeru Chronicle Wish banner. Now, personally, I'm going for Llama. I have like 50. I've got like 51 wishes, and I am at 00 pity. Yeah, it's gonna be a while. What do I think? It's gonna take a bit. I hope I don't lose my 50-50. Because the last character I pulled was Chaska. The last weapon I pulled was Azure Light. Because I didn't try for Chaska's weapon. What I do with Chaska, I gave her Yoimiya's the weapon I had on Yoimiya, which is Thundering Pulse, which is actually not bad. Well, like I said, I think he's also running with it. I might try for Laua's weapon, but you know what? If I lose it to 1,000 Floating Dreams, I can give her 1,000 Floating Dreams. Because if she's dangerous, most likely she's gonna be good for EM. As for the Chronicle Wish banner, there's only one Sumeru character I don't have, and that's Sino. I wouldn't mind getting him because I have his voice actors characters in both HSR, Jing Yuan, and ZZZ, Anton. Matter of fact, Anton's M6. Think. Oh, by the way, one of the characters that was there, his name was Michael. I'm like, hey, nice name. That would be my name in real life. I'll try to think. No. Anywho, but there is one thing I do want to try and get the Sumeru Chronicle Wish. And that is Beak of the Reezy. Because that is Dea's weapon, and of course, as we know, Dea is a standard character, but they make her weapon standard. Go figure. Plus, the only other of the selections they have, the only other Sumeru weapon I have is Hunter's Path, which is what I got on the very first Chronicle Wish banner. It's funny. I didn't try for anybody in the. Wait, did they do one for Fontaine? They didn't do one for Fontaine. Oh, that's right, because Fontaine's is after Sumeru. Anyway, yeah, for I didn't wish on the Inazuma one because didn't need anything. Didn't really think I needed anybody. The only Inazuma character, even though they did put a certain Fontaine fashion designer in that particular banner, I don't have her either, Chiori. Other than her, the only other Inazuman I don't have is Ito. I kind of really don't want either one. So, and the only weapon I would have really wanted from that banner was Everlasting Moonglow, which that would be for Kokomi, but I got prototype Amber on her anyway, so yeah. When I did for the Leeway banner, I actually tried for and got Shenna. But yeah, for that one I'm gonna try and get Beacon of the Red Sea. Phase 2, it's gonna be Flynn's with rerun of Yelon. Then they're also gonna have a boost rate up for Aino, which I know you'll be able to get free when you. Basically, she's this area's version of Kachina. Do a certain part of the story quest, boom, you got her. This will be the first time we caught up to doing the story. Nice. Because I think I got just one part left of that little quest. What else am I thinking? Then they also have the free selector, which I want to see if I can get another copy of my C5 to Luke. Because if it comes to C6, I'll get some of that I will be talking about in a little bit. There's also another thing that they can do where if you do a certain, like if you do daily commissions and whatnot for a good 12 weeks, like 12 weeks or something like that, or two patches, you'll be able to get a constellation of selected group of characters. The list that they showed, I want to get C1 Hu Tao, because C1 Hu Tao is pretty good. Now back on that, they said that if you have a C6 character, you have a character C6, and you've gotten extra extra cons, extra, like the five national star glitter. Like they show this. The guy pulled on the banner, which they showed who's going to be on the 4 stars wise of the first of phase 1. It's going to be Barbara. Forgot who the middle character was, and Kaveh. So they show that he made a wish, he made a temple, and he got Mizuki, which he already had C6. He got the star glitter in a little thing on the bottom. What that does, that allows you to get your character past the level limit. Like right now, the level limit is 90. I've got quite a few characters level 90. So you'll be able to get one of those. It's a Masterless Stellar Fortuna. You'll be able to get your character one of those to level 95. Another one will get to level 100. Which a lot of people are saying, oh, that's a thing for whales. I mean, there are some people who have been playing since day one who have some of their characters C6. Okay, some of their standard characters are C6, and the guy was one of the hosts said that you can get let's say you do the the standard character selector. What you can do is you can use that on already C6 character, get that Master Install Fortuna, boom, one of your characters is level 95. Um, I do not have anybody higher than C4. So, I mean, I know I have a C4, C4 Diluc, C4, uh, C4 Mona. Those are the two that I know I have C4. But some other things, they introduced some new parts of the story, some new things in the story, new little integrations. There was another side thing of a game, which a lot of people are saying, "Oh, it's Genshin Roblox." Yeah, at this point, I would not recommend saying that because we all know what's going on with Roblox. I would say it's Genshin, that other game, but I would guess they would probably be paying more attention to this community than Roblox did. I think. When they showed the music, and oh my god, they had some of the best music. I found this out that the first piece that they had, the singer that they had was a girl named Aurora, which I looked her up and I'm like, ooh, wow, they got a really good person there. It's giving me like Celtic vibes on it. So overall, I'm excited for Nod Krai. I want to know, are you excited for Nod Krai? Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, I'm gonna make another video where I'm gonna be talking about. I'm just basically giving you guys an update. So that's gonna be after I finish that quest. So, till next time, well, Jess, and thank you all for watching. Take care of yourselves.